Hello and welcome to Little Home in the Universe. I am Stephen Reese. Today we will be making a house favorite. That's right. It is noodles with a little tahini, some nut butter, a heavy amount of sesame seeds, and a heavy amount of ginger. You know of this version as a peanut noodle. To make it, I have a very specific noodle request for you. First is, please don't buy just your normal grocery store noodles. They're not going to be as delicious. They're not going to have that texture that we're looking for. If you are fortunate enough to live next to a grocery store that sells noodles from Taiwan, these are amazing. This is just a simple flour-based noodle. It cooks in 3 minutes, and it holds its texture when it's cool, and it sucks in all of our tahini and soy sauce. That's right, there's soy sauce in there, into the noodle. Second best is the refrigerated lo mein that you might be able to find in your grocery store. Third best is to go to an Asian market and find another flour-based noodle. Another important thing to note, not every soy sauce is created equal. They all have potential to bring salt and deliciousness to our food, but for this one, I highly recommend that you purchase a medium to high grade soy sauce. Because we aren't going to be heating it, we want a medium to high grade soy sauce because it has more dynamic and flavor and depth of flavor in it. So I will be using, again, this really fantastic soy sauce that I have found from Taiwan, versus just your generic soy sauce. There is a place for normal soy sauce. It's more, for me, I use it more when I am cooking and heating. So if I'm making a stir fry, I use this one. If I'm doing a cold dish or using it as a finishing sauce, I use the good one. All right, let's start. For our base, you will be surprised as to how silly simple this is. It is a half cup of tahini, 1/4 cup of almond butter, splash of rice wine vinegar, and soy sauce, which we are using as our salt, so just a little right now. Notice how much ginger I'm peeling. It's the size of my thumb. Once peeled, I'm going to microplane it. I reserve just a little bit, just in case it's really intense. As with everything, you just gotta stir. Add those hot noodles, that is a pound of noodles, and then just really work at stirring and shaking and stirring and shaking until it's throughout all of your noodles. We're then going to put this in the refrigerator until it has cooled down to lower than body temperature. Still stirring though, right? Yep, took me a little while to do that. Okay, here we go. Now that we have removed our noodles from the fridge, you'll see that they are stiff and almost kind of tacky. So we're going to add 2 spoonfuls of sesame oil at this point, which will help lubricate the noodle. And then we're going to move that around, stir that in. Once we can see that they're starting to move a little bit more freely, then we're going to add more salt, which is soy sauce in this case. So you'll see I'll put my finger over the top of my bottle and then just do a very light sprinkling, like a light spring misting on top of the noodle. So we're adding the soy sauce as though it's salt, so it really pulls out the flavors, but isn't fighting with everything. And then that is about 1/2 cup of toasted sesame seeds that are fresh out of the toaster oven. They have this nice little snap, crackle, pop noise going on, and we're just gonna stir that all in, lots of stirring. Just want to make sure that everything is coated properly and evenly. And then I just put it into a container. So you can top this with anything at this point. Grilled chicken, this stuff which I love a lot, some dark greens, anything that you can think of is pretty phenomenal on top of these noodles. Please like and subscribe this video, add some comments, let me know what you put on top of your noodles, and enjoy your lunch, dinner, delicious cold ginger noodles.